Why your GFR keeps dropping even when you eat healthy. If you are over 60, you might already know that your kidney filtration rate naturally declines about 1 to 2% every year. That number comes directly from the National Kidney Foundation. You can look it up at kidney.org. And yet millions of older adults who follow every healthy eating guideline still watch their GFR continue to fall. Why does this happen even when you do everything right? Why are so many people cutting back on salt, drinking more water, choosing salads over fast food, and still seeing their kidney numbers slide downward? Why are people avoiding red meat, switching to whole grains, watching their sodium carefully, and still feeling more tired, more swollen? Or noticing foamy urine in the morning? Why does the filtration keep dropping even when the diet looks perfectly clean? They are eating chicken breast instead of fried foods. They are replacing sugary drinks with lemon water. They are choosing oatmeal instead of bacon. They are counting their steps. They are doing what their doctor told them. And yet every blood test shows the same thing. The GFR is lower than last time. But here's the twist. Eating healthy does not always mean eating kidney-friendly. There is one silent reason most people never see coming. It is not sugar. It is not salt. It is not fast food. It is something much more subtle, something that hides inside everyday healthy habits. And once you see it, the whole picture makes sense. Think of your morning routine like the first instruction you give your kidneys for the entire day. It is the message your filtration system reads before anything else. Your kidneys respond to that message within minutes. If the message is the wrong one, even a perfect diet afterward cannot fully reverse the strain that starts early in the day. And here is the real danger. A single hidden habit can quietly increase inflammation, raise the amount of waste in your blood, and tighten the tiny blood vessels that allow your kidneys to filter properly. That small mistake repeated day after day can slowly push your GFR downward for years without any obvious symptoms. So, today I want to cut through all the noise and give you clear science-based answers. No scare tactics, no complicated theories, and no recycled advice. Just the truth about why your GFR keeps dropping, even when you eat healthy, and what you can do starting today to protect your kidneys. Let's move into the first part of this breakdown and look at why the problem begins long before most people realize it. When I talk with older adults about their kidney numbers, I often hear the same frustration. They tell me they have cleaned up their diet. They tell me they avoid junk food, cook at home, and follow every healthy habit they have learned over the years. Yet their GFR still drops a little each time they get a blood test. And that decline feels confusing, discouraging, and sometimes even frightening. The truth is that many people try to do the right thing, but they focus on habits that help the heart, the weight, or the digestive system without realizing that the kidneys play by their own rules. Your kidneys are more sensitive than most organs. They react to blood pressure changes, hydration shifts, inflammation medications, and even certain healthy foods. That means a routine that looks clean on the outside can still create pressure on your filtration system. For example, many people proudly tell me they cut out red meat. They drink more water. They switch to whole grains. They load their plate with greens. They reduce sugar. They cook more at home. These sound like smart choices, and often they are. But even with these improvements, the kidneys can still struggle. And this is where the problem begins. Most people do not realize that the kidneys respond to silent stress long before symptoms appear. You can feel perfectly fine and still have filtration decline. You may not notice swelling or fatigue. You may not see changes in your urine. But inside the tiny filters of the kidneys, small pressures begin to build. Over time, those pressures can lower your GFR, even when you believe you are doing your best. This disconnect between effort and results can make anyone wonder what they are missing. And that question is exactly where our deeper explanation begins. Because once you understand the real reasons behind the decline, everything that used to feel confusing starts to make sense. Now, let's move into the 7 surprising causes that quietly lower GFR even when your diet appears healthy. Many people try to protect their kidneys by choosing clean protein sources like chicken breast or protein shakes. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle strength, especially as we age. It supports metabolism, repairs tissues, and helps stabilize blood sugar. But when it comes to kidney health, even clean protein needs to be managed carefully. Here is why. When your body digests protein, it produces waste products, such as urea and creatinine. These waste molecules must be filtered by your kidneys. If the intake is consistently higher than what your kidneys can comfortably handle, the tiny filters inside your kidneys work harder. Over time, that extra workload can lower your GFR. This is especially true for older adults because the natural aging process already reduces kidney reserve by about 1% each year. According to the National Kidney Foundation, your GFR naturally declines with age, and high protein intake can accelerate this trend. You can read more at kidney.org. The risk becomes clearer when protein shakes or high-protein diets are added on top of normal meals. Even healthy sources like chicken, turkey, eggs, and Greek yogurt can create stress if consumed in large portions every day. People with diabetes, high blood pressure, or early-stage kidney disease need to be even more cautious as their kidneys are already more sensitive to protein load. A better approach is moderation. Most adults with early kidney concerns do well with about 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Focus on spreading protein throughout the day instead of eating large amounts at once. Choose softer, kidney-friendly options like tofu beans or lentils a few times a week. These plant-based proteins produce fewer waste products and place less strain on your filtration system. If you enjoy variety, try adding a half cup of cooked lentils to soups or salads. You can also swap 1 or 2 chicken meals each week with tofu stir-fry. These changes not only reduce kidney stress, but also increase fiber intake, which supports heart and digestive health. People taking certain medications or those with advanced kidney disease should ask their healthcare provider before making big changes to protein intake. Safe guidance can make a meaningful difference. I am Dr. Mathias from Kidney Health 365. If this explanation makes sense so far, let me know in the comments, and remember to subscribe for more kidney-friendly guidance. Now, let's move into another surprising reason why your GFR may drop even when your diet looks healthy. Many vegetables are excellent for overall health, especially for the heart and digestive system. Spinach, avocados, sweet potatoes, and beets are often considered superfoods. They provide antioxidants, fiber, and vitamins that support immune function and energy levels. For most people, these are wonderful choices. But for your kidneys, especially when your GFR is dropping, the story can be different. These vegetables are naturally high in potassium. Potassium is essential because it helps regulate heartbeat, muscle function, and nerve signals. However, the kidneys are responsible for clearing extra potassium from the blood. When your kidneys work slower than before, high-potassium foods can accumulate more easily. This stresses the filtration system. The National Kidney Foundation notes that people with a declining GFR often need to monitor potassium intake closely. You can read more at kidney.org. The risk appears when someone switches to a healthier diet and unknowingly fills their plate with very high potassium vegetables every day. A salad packed with spinach, a morning avocado toast, or a baked sweet potato at dinner can be overwhelming for kidneys that are already working hard. If potassium builds up faster than it can be filtered, blood levels may rise. In some cases, this can affect the heart. Older adults, people with diabetes, and those on blood pressure medications like CE inhibitors or ARBs need extra caution. The good news is you can still enjoy vegetables with a smarter approach. Choose lower potassium options like cauliflower, cabbage, green beans, carrots, and kale in moderation. Boiling certain vegetables and draining the water can reduce potassium content. Keep portions balanced and spread them throughout the day. For variation, try roasted cauliflower, seasoned with garlic and olive oil. You can also mix kale with cabbage in a light salad for a more kidney-friendly bowl. These swaps reduce potassium load while still giving you fiber and antioxidants. People taking medications that raise potassium should speak with their healthcare provider if they notice fatigue or muscle weakness. Having guidance keeps you safe. Before we move on, I want to hear from you. If you have never paid attention to potassium before, comment number 0. If you already watch potassium in your meals, comment number 1. Up next, we will look at another surprising habit that can lower your GFR even when your diet feels clean and balanced. Many people believe drinking more water is the best way to keep the kidneys healthy. Water is essential for preventing dehydration, supporting circulation, and helping the kidneys remove waste. For most adults, proper hydration is a key part of overall health. But when your GFR is dropping, the idea that more water is always better can lead to unexpected problems. Your kidneys are responsible for balancing fluid and sodium in your bloodstream. When you drink more water than your kidneys can process, the sodium in your blood becomes diluted. This reduces blood sodium levels, and your kidneys must work harder to rebalance the fluid. The National Kidney Foundation explains that both drinking too little and drinking too much can strain kidney function. More details can be found at kidney.org. The risk becomes clear in older adults who try to improve kidney health by drinking 3 or 4 liters of water per day. Even though the intention is good, the kidneys may not keep up with that amount. This can lead to low sodium levels and increased pressure on the tiny filters inside your kidneys. People with heart issues, low sodium, or chronic kidney disease should be especially careful. A safer approach is balanced hydration. For many seniors with declining GFR, 1 to 1.5 liters per day is usually enough unless their healthcare provider instructs otherwise. Sip water throughout the day instead of drinking large amounts at once. Keep an eye on urine color. A light yellow shade usually indicates proper hydration. If you want variety, try adding a slice of lemon, cucumber, or mint to your water. These options add flavor without adding extra potassium or sugar. You can also drink warm herbal teas like chamomile or ginger to stay hydrated gently. If you are on diuretics or medications for blood pressure, ask your healthcare provider how much water is right for you. Guidance helps prevent accidental overhydration. Before we continue, comment 0 if you never knew drinking too much water could stress your kidneys. Comment 1 if you already watch your daily intake. Now let's move to another silent factor that affects your GFR, even when everything else seems healthy. Many people are told their blood pressure is fine as long as it is not extremely high. Levels around 130 to 140 can feel normal, especially for older adults. Blood pressure in this range may not cause headaches or dizziness, so it is easy to ignore. But for your kidneys, these numbers matter much more than most people realize. The kidneys depend on a steady flow of blood to filter waste. When blood pressure stays in the 130 to 140 range for months or years, it puts quiet pressure on the tiny kidney filters. According to the American Heart Association, blood pressure above 130 can increase the risk of kidney damage over time. You can learn more at heart.org. The danger is that many people believe they are safe because they do not feel any symptoms. They avoid salt. They eat healthy. They drink enough water. But if blood pressure remains slightly elevated, the filtration units in the kidneys gradually stiffen and weaken. This can cause GFR to drop even when everything else in the lifestyle appears clean. The good news is that small changes can help. Reducing sodium to under 2,300 milligrams per day, staying active with gentle walking, and managing stress all support blood pressure control. Prioritizing foods rich in antioxidants like berries, bell peppers, and cabbage can also help reduce inflammation that affects the kidneys. For variety, try roasting bell peppers with olive oil or making a simple cabbage soup. These dishes are low in sodium, low in potassium, and supportive of healthy blood pressure. People on blood pressure medications should monitor readings at home and share them with their healthcare provider. A small adjustment in medication or lifestyle can protect kidney function more than you might expect. Next, let's look at another hidden reason GFR drops even when your diet is healthy: the medications you may be taking every day. Many common medications are helpful for pain, heartburn, infections, or chronic health conditions. They can improve comfort and quality of life, but some of these medications can also place quiet pressure on your kidneys, especially when used frequently or without medical guidance. Seniors are more vulnerable because kidney function naturally declines with age. Your kidneys filter not only waste products, but also many medications and their byproducts. Drugs like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory pain relievers, proton pump inhibitors for heartburn, certain antibiotics, and some diabetes medications can increase kidney workload. The National Kidney Foundation lists several medication categories that may affect kidney health, especially when used long-term. You can refer to kidney.org for more information. The risk increases when people take these medications daily without realizing their kidneys must filter every dose. For example, taking ibuprofen for joint pain several times a week may gradually reduce kidney blood flow. Similarly, long-term use of heartburn medications may affect magnesium levels and kidney function. People with diabetes, high blood pressure, or earlier stages of kidney disease should be especially cautious. A safer approach is awareness and moderation. Use over-the-counter medications only when necessary and at the lowest effective dose. Ask your healthcare provider if any of your prescriptions require kidney monitoring. Many safer alternatives exist, such as acetaminophen for mild pain or lifestyle changes to reduce reflux. If you want practical swaps, try using turmeric or ginger tea for mild inflammation relief. These options are gentle and do not add extra pressure to your kidneys. For heartburn, consider smaller meals, avoiding late-night eating, or raising the head of your bed. People taking multiple medications should review them with their healthcare provider once or twice a year. Even small adjustments can protect your kidneys. Next, we will explore more surprising factors that affect kidney filtration and what you can do to protect your GFR starting today. Chronic inflammation is one of the most overlooked reasons kidney function declines even in people who eat healthy. Inflammation affects your joints, your heart, your digestion, and yes, your kidneys. When inflammation is present, the tiny blood vessels that feed your kidneys become less flexible. Over time, this can reduce filtration and lower your GFR. Inflammation can come from many everyday sources: high blood sugar, extra belly fat, chronic stress, poor sleep, and even certain foods can trigger low-grade inflammation. When this happens, the kidneys receive weaker blood flow, which makes it harder for them to filter waste. The National Institutes of Health has shared research showing that inflammation plays a central role in chronic kidney disease progression. You can read more at night.gov. The risk becomes clearer when someone eats healthy but still deals with inflammation from other lifestyle factors. For example, having oatmeal for breakfast and a salad for lunch may look great, but if blood sugar spikes throughout the day or sleep quality is poor, inflammation may stay high. And when inflammation rises, GFR often falls. A better approach is focusing on anti-inflammatory habits. Eating more berries, cabbage, garlic, and omega-3 rich foods like salmon can help calm inflammation. Adding turmeric or ginger tea to your routine can also provide gentle support. Light exercise, deep breathing, and getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night are powerful natural tools. For variation, try adding blueberries to your morning oatmeal or making a simple cabbage stir-fry with garlic and olive oil. These foods help reduce inflammation without stressing your kidneys. People with autoimmune conditions, diabetes, or high blood pressure should pay even closer attention. Their inflammation levels may already be elevated. Now let's look at another hidden factor that lowers GFR, even when your diet is healthy: aging, muscle loss, and chronic stress. As we age, the body changes in ways that many people do not expect. Muscle mass naturally declines, hormones shift, and stress becomes harder to manage. These changes may feel normal, but they have a real impact on the kidneys. The kidneys lose a small amount of filtering power each year, and when muscle loss and stress are added on top, the decline in GFR can become more noticeable. Muscle affects kidney numbers more than most people realize. When muscle mass drops, creatinine production becomes inconsistent. This can make GFR appear lower and can also reflect weaker overall metabolic health. Stress adds another layer of pressure. When stress hormones rise, the blood vessels in your kidneys tighten. Over time, this reduces blood flow and filtration. The risk increases when older adults try to stay healthy but overlook muscle strength and stress management. Eating clean meals and staying hydrated are helpful, but without movement strength training or relaxation tools, the kidneys still feel the impact of aging and stress. The National Kidney Foundation notes that age-related decline in filtration is common, but the rate of decline can change based on lifestyle factors. You can explore more at kidney.org. A better approach is to protect your muscle mass and stress levels with gentle habits. Light strength exercises 2 or 3 times per week, slow walking, stretching, and breathing exercises all help your kidneys by improving circulation and lowering stress. To add variety, try simple chair squats or light resistance bands at home. These activities support muscle and metabolism without overworking your kidneys. People dealing with chronic stress, grief, or long working hours may find kidney numbers fluctuate more. Having awareness helps you take the right steps. Before we continue, comment 0 if you never knew age and stress could affect GFR. Comment 1 if you already try to stay active and calm. And now that we have covered the main reasons your GFR keeps dropping, this is the perfect moment to shift into what truly matters. In the next section, we will break down practical science-based solutions you can start today to support your kidneys and slow the decline in your GFR. Now that we understand why your GFR may be dropping even with a healthy diet, the next step is knowing what you can do to protect your kidneys every single day. The good news is that small, steady changes often make the biggest difference, especially for older adults. You do not need expensive supplements or extreme diets. What you need is consistency and the right habits. One powerful step is adjusting your protein intake. Choose moderate portions and add more plant-based proteins throughout the week. Tofu, lentils, and beans create less metabolic waste and are easier on your filtration system. If you enjoy animal protein, keep portions smaller and spread them across meals. This helps your kidneys work at a comfortable pace. Next, pay attention to potassium-rich foods. Instead of large amounts of spinach, avocado, or sweet potatoes, include more cauliflower, carrots, cabbage, or green beans. These vegetables give you vitamins and fiber without overwhelming your kidneys. Cooking high-potassium vegetables in water and draining them is another helpful method. Managing blood pressure is essential. Aim for readings below 130/80 whenever possible. You can support this by walking daily, reducing sodium, staying active, and limiting processed foods. Even a 10-minute walk after meals can help your blood vessels relax and improve circulation to the kidneys. Hydration matters as well. Drink enough water to keep your urine a light yellow color, but avoid overhydrating. 1 to 1.5 liters per day works well for many older adults, unless a doctor gives different instructions. Spread your water intake throughout the day so your kidneys work steadily. Do not forget inflammation and stress. Add small servings of berries, cabbage, or garlic to your meals. Practice slow breathing, stretching, or short movement breaks. These habits help calm your body and protect your kidneys over time. Light strength training supports your muscles' metabolism and filtration health. Finally, review your medications regularly with your healthcare provider. Even small adjustments can protect your kidneys in ways you might not expect. All of these steps work together. None of them need to be perfect. What matters is starting today. And with that foundation in place, we can move into the final part of this video where we bring everything together and look at what your next steps should be. We have covered a lot today, and the core message is simple. Your GFR does not drop for just one reason. It changes because of a combination of protein load, high potassium choices, hydration habits, blood pressure levels, medications, inflammation, age, muscle loss, and stress. The good news is that every one of these factors can be improved with small, steady steps. When your daily habits support your kidneys, your filtration system has the best chance to stabilize. But this only works if you start now. Kidney problems often progress silently, and by the time symptoms appear, the damage may already be advanced. That is why the earlier you take action, the better. Every improvement you make today helps protect the kidney function you still have. I want you to remember that you are not powerless. You do not need perfect habits. You only need consistent, reasonable choices. A little less protein, a little more balance, better blood pressure control, smarter vegetable choices, and simple stress relief routines can change your long-term kidney health more than you think. Many seniors have already seen their numbers stabilize just by applying these small steps. Right after this video, choose one change you can make today. Maybe it is replacing one high-potassium vegetable. Maybe it is checking your blood pressure at home. Maybe it is reducing the amount of water you drink at once. One small action is enough to get started. As always, this video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Your personal situation may be different, so speak with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet or medications. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Kidney Health 365 and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And if you want to continue learning, I recommend watching my video titled Low GFR, What It Means and How to Improve It Fast. It will help you understand your kidney numbers even more clearly.